The dog days of summer are upon us here in Palm Springs, California, as the summer solstice is tomorrow here in the northern hemisphere, and it's also the dog days of summer as it's bark in the ballpark tonight here at Palm Springs Stadium, as it's the East LA Dodgers taking on the Palm Springs Power here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. Cole Paveglio and Jayce Cicinelli will be alongside you shortly. He'll be joining us in just a moment. Getting a few last lineup information for the East LA Dodgers, but starting on the mound on his 20th birthday is number 44, Connor Batzer, getting the nod on his birthday here on June 19th. So happy birthday to Connor Batzer, and he'll be the battery mate of Angel Cortez. The lineup behind Batzer, Amavisca, Kashimoto, Thomas, and Kirkland. That is the infield from third to first. And here is our very own Jayce Cicinelli. And we've got the outfield left to right. It's Perez, Torek, and Blythe is the outfield from left to right. And the lineup that we've got for the East LA Dodgers is as follows: Joaquin Gonzalez, Marcus Hernandez, Will Crane, Jacob Pickering, Kevin Vasquez, Derek Cruz, Ryan Rodriguez, Castro Garcia, and Jordan White. They're batting 10. And Jayce, the Power, looking for win number 14 on the season. And first pitch just about to be underway. And just about under 100 degrees here in the Coachella Valley. And really a great day for baseball here right before the summer solstice. First pitch from Batzer is called a strike on the outer black. First pitch to Joaquin Gonzalez.
Yeah, good first pitch start right there. Get ahead, and he's going to go after these hitters.
The 0-1 popped up left side. Charging for it is Amavisca, and Amavisca makes the catch just near the home bullpen for out number one. The pop-up in foul territory.
Yeah, that's a tough play right there. Going, not only battling the sun just a tad, but also, you know, being that close to the fence and really obviously getting some help from the dugout as far as letting him know that he had room and able to make that tough play right there for the first out.
First pitch at 7:04, and we are underway after one out. Joaquin Gonzalez, the first one to be retired for the East LA Dodgers. First one here to Hernandez, chopped foul. And no better way to celebrate your birthday. I don't think so. I don't think there's any better way, Jayce, to celebrate your birthday than being on the mound for your Palm Springs Power. The 0-1 inside evens it up at 1-1. But what a way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, turning 20 today, and obviously he had his best outing last time out. Allowed 3 runs, but went a deep 7 innings.
The 0-1 flipped over the net. Goes to a 1-2 count.
And Connor Batzer, he's one of those pitchers. Not a big strikeout guy, just 8 strikeouts coming in tonight in those 13 innings of work. But he's a guy, he's going to get a lot of soft contact we saw in the first out and a lot of ground balls.
The 1-2 stays high and outside. Draws it to 2-2 for Hernandez, who's the third baseman for the Dodgers. Chopper right side, fielded on a few hops. Thomas gets it over to Kirkland for out number 2. 2 quick outs, just the way you want to draw it up on your big 2-0 birthday.
Yeah, and that's why Connor Batzer, he's able to go deep in these ball games because he's making good, quick, effective pitches. He doesn't throw a lot of waste pitches, and he's very efficient on the mound, works quick, and loves to keep that pitch count low.
First one here to Will Crane. A swinging strike to the left fielder. Batzer wasting no time on the mound, firing the 0-1 for a strike. Quickly 0-2, and Batzer looking for the 3-up and 3-down to start the evening. 0-2. Batzer leg kicks and fires, and there's a strikeout for out number 3, and it's 3-up, 3-down for the Dodgers here in the first, and we head to the bottom of the first as the Power due up next here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. high performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network, and now the Power due up. Lineup for the Power today: Cody Kashimoto leading off, Noah Blythe, right fielder, Aiden Tork, the center fielder, batting third, Mark Kirkland in the cleanup spot, playing first base, Aiden Perez playing left, batting fifth, Dom Hughes, the DH, batting sixth, Angel Cortez, the backstop, batting seventh, Richie Amavisca playing third and batting eighth, Dalton Thomas rounding out the lineup, playing second and batting ninth. This is a lineup that's ready to face Isaiah Lopez and the East LA Dodgers, and no one better to really start than Cody Kashimoto, who had himself a night last night, going 3 for 3 and a handful of RBIs. Kashimoto from Hawaii attends school at St. Mary's along with Aiden Tork. Kashimoto, 5'7", 170, digging in to face Lopez here for the first time, and you can hear some friendly dogs here at the ballpark. Strike one called to Kashimoto for an 0-1 count. Lopez sets, brings it down to his waist. Full motion, delivers the 0-1. Kashimoto puts a charge into that one. Right center field, and it drops down for Kashimoto, and Kashimoto's going for 2. And Kashimoto with the stand-up double to lead it off for the Power. And Kashimoto getting back into the groove right where he left off last night.
Yeah, you talk about a good swing right there, just turning on that inside fastball, and he's able to pick up right where he left off. His best game as a Power, 3 for 3 last night, reached on base every single at bat, and right there, his second double now in his last 4 plate appearances.
Kashimoto's been really effective since joining the Power after finishing his season off at St. Mary's, and now Noah Blythe from Hawaii Pacific digging in. First one hit right side, fielded on a few hops by Garcia, and Garcia gets over to first for out number 1. A well-struck ball, but just finding a fielder, unfortunately.
Yeah, Noah Blythe, he hits the ball as hard as really anyone in this Power lineup, but he always finds gloves, and, you know, he is third in Power in base hits this season for the summer, but he hits the ball as hard as anyone, and you feel like a lot of times he gets robbed as fielders are usually have him played perfectly.
Here is Aiden Tork, another St. Mary's Gale, playing center field today for the Power. Kashimoto on third after he advanced on the ground out by Noah Blythe. 1-0 count to Tork after the last one was outside to the right-handed batter. Tork with the pants high, showing off the black socks. The Power in their red jerseys, black accents, white numbers and white lettering with white pants. 1-0 to Tork. Lopez delivers in the dirt. 2-0. The East LA Dodgers wearing blue jerseys, white numbers and white script across the front, gray pants and black hats for the East LA Dodgers. A lot of them from the Riverside area, just west of us. Here in the Coachella Valley, the 2-0 from Lopez. That one's a called strike right at the corner for strike one to Torque. Aiden Torque in a 2-1 count. Facing Isaiah Lopez. Lopez peers in, gets the sign he likes. Checks Kashimoto, leg kicking 2-1, and that one fouled off.
Yeah, another good spot. He's gone back-to-back pitches. Fastball's at 85 on the inside corner to Torque, and they're trying to jam him inside and try and get that weak contact.
2-0 count to Torque. Kashimoto on third. Wind blowing left to right. 350 down the corners here in Palm Springs Stadium. 400 dead center. 2-2 from Lopez. Breaking ball stays upstairs. A full count.
Yeah, it looks like a slider, but that's a slow slider. Talk about your fastball at 85. That was a breaking ball at 67. So very good drop from the fastball to the secondary pitches. And that could be effective if he's able to locate here tonight.
Full count. Torque awaits. Lopez delivers, and that one hits Torque on the left elbow. Luckily, it looked like a breaker.
Yeah, that one was at 64, and obviously the location of that pitch could be scary right around the tricep area, but not being too fast for a pitch, and he'll just shake that off and head
now
down.
the killer Kirkland up to bat. No one better to be in this spot than Mark Kirkland. Runners on the corners, one out for Mark Kirkland. Kirkland from Cal Baptist. Lopez fires, and Kirkland watches a slow off-speed pitch for strike one. Kirkland from the Redlands here in California stands 6'5", coming in at 240. Big presence of that left-handed batter's box. The 0-1. Lopez leg kicks and fires, and Kirkland hits it straight back up the middle, and Kashimoto will make sure it lands before he scores on the RBI single for Mark Kirkland. And just like that.
Yeah, Mark Kirkland, another good swing for him. We saw another good night from him last night, 2 for 4, couple RBIs, and that big 2 RBI triple. And he runs fast for a big guy with his size, and he's able to lace that back up the middle and provide the first power run like they do many times, scoring first in ball games.
And so many times when the Powers score first, it leads to good things for the Palm Springs Power. Aiden Perez now up to bat. The left fielder today. Runners on first and second. Kirkland with a big lead there, ready to take off. And Perez shoots it foul.
Yeah, Aiden Perez, obviously the transfer now from Southwestern College now to Cal State Northridge, and he had a good season with him, batting around the 396, 7 home runs, 41 RBIs, 34 runs scored, and an OPS of over 1,000, and he's a productive hitter so far this summer for the Power.
0-1. Lopez checks on Torque. Delivers the 0-1, fouled off. Goes to 1-1 to Aiden Perez, and when you hear any number around 1,000 for OPS, you know you're a dangerous hitter, and Aiden Perez has been just that since joining the Power.
Yeah, talking about a 469 on-base percentage, over 600 in slugging, and he just finds ways to get hits. And one thing we didn't mention that happened back in the road doubleheader was he would have been the player of the game for that game too. You talk about a clutch 2 RBI double that gave Power the 4-2 win in the 9th against the Inland Valley Pirates that we saw yesterday, and that was his biggest swing so far for the Power this season.
0-2. Perez awaits. Lopez checks Torque. Delivers the 0-2, and that's high and tight under the hands. 1-2. Almost hit the hands of Perez. And we've seen a few Major League players the past few days go down with being hit in the hands. We've seen Mookie Betts, and Aaron Judge is another one who we've seen go down being hit by a pitch in the hand just this week alone. A lot of small bones to be wary of in the hands. The 1-2. Hard hit left side, and that will get through the infield. Torque rounding third. And Torque will score standing up, and that's another RBI single for the Power as Aiden Torque scores on the single by Aiden Perez.
Yeah, it's just another good swing. Perez continuing to produce. Big RBI guy, and Power again like they did last night, scoring 2 runs in the first inning and still just 1 out.
The way things are looking, it may very well likely be more than just 2 runs. As now runners at the corner still. The Kansas State Wildcat, Dom Hughes, up to bat. DH today. Stands 5'9" in the left-handed batter's box. Going in at 185. Watches the first one, gets by the backstop of White, and trotted on home is Kirkland for an easy run number 3 as it's a Power 3-0 lead over the East LA Dodgers.
Yeah, just sloppiness start really so far for the Dodgers. You talk about just not making the right pitches if you're the pitcher for the Dodgers, and Isaiah Lopez just getting hit around, and now you have a wild pitch and just not a good start.
Sometimes you know when it's your day, and sometimes you know when it's not. Right now for the Power, it looks like it might very well be just another one in the win column with how things are going. 3-0 lead in the bottom of the first. 1-0 count to Hughes. He watches it for a called strike.
Yeah, interesting story on Dom Hughes. First time he made a start, he only batted 2 times in that ball game. That was against the Inland Valley Legends back on June 15th, and that was the first time he's faced live pitching in a ball game in over a year, and that was when he torn his labrum actually last summer for Power and returning for his 2nd season.
That one's back up the right side, fielded on a short hop by the second baseman Garcia, and he gets it over to first for out number 2, and that's 2 times that Garcia's been involved in and out. And the 4-3 put out now. Angel Cortez, the backstop.
Yeah, it's a pitch middle low, and if you ask Hughes after the game, that's a pitch where he probably wants back. Definitely more
want a
toward the
second
middle,
chance.
and definitely just got jammed, it looked like, and able to get it to the right side to advance the runner, but now 2 away.
Andrew Cortez from CSU Northridge gets hit square between the 3 and the 4 on his 34 jersey, and he'll take the trot down to first. The second hit batter here in the first for the Power, and Isaiah Lopez in some trouble again already with runners at the corners again. Richie Amavisca from the New Mexico Highlands. Lopez working from the first base side of the rubber, delivers in the dirt. 1-0.
Yeah, what you're seeing right now from Lopez, he hasn't been able to really get ahead of a lot of power hitters, and power hitters have been able to really hit him hard, really just because they've been in a lot of hitter counts. And obviously when you're behind in the count, you know the fastball's coming more than 60% of the time, and that's why they're hitting him hard so far.
1-0 to Lopez. Up above the letters, 2-0. This power team, you really cannot give them more opportunities to be ahead in the count than they would get in a regular game, because when you give them extra opportunities to be in good counts, you're going to get snake bitten very quickly. 2-0, Lopez working from the stretch. Delivers a 2-0, and Amavisca swinging freely. Swings for a strike. 2-1. Lopez gets the sign. The 2-1 count. Shortstop takes a few steps to his right. The 2-1. Lopez, leg kick, fires. Amavisca fouls that one over the press box. 2-2.
Yeah, back-to-back pitches where he's missed middle, and Richie Amavisca just a little late there, trying to hit the other way. He's one of the best fastball hitters in this lineup when he's looking for him, and He loves to hunt fastballs, talking to him earlier and trying to find another one here.
2-2, runners at the corners, 2 outs. Amavisca watches the 2-2 inside the breaking ball. And Amavisca lucky to still be at the dish.
Yeah, he wants I mean, that's a pitch where you can't throw that breaking ball any better. It was a hanging breaking ball, but he dots that right there on the upper zone. And obviously for Amavisca, he's still in the count.
Full count to Amavisca. Amavisca hits it off the hands. A pop-up on the infield. And Garcia recording all 3 outs to sit down the Power. But the Power score 3 on 3 hits. No errors, 2 left on. The Power lead it 3-0 after 1 here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Like a family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Back here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network in the second inning. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the East LA Dodgers. Jacob Pickering, Kevin Vasquez, and Derek Cruz. The heart of the order facing Connor Batzer on his birthday. First one from Batzer outside to Jacob Pickering. Center fielder today for the Dodgers. Leg kick from Batzer, and that takes a piece of everyone behind the dish. The catcher and the ump. Goes to a 1-1 count, though, after the foul ball.
Yeah, Jacob Pickering, one of the outfielders, but he's normally a first or third baseman, and from Arizona Christian.
1-1, now 1-2 after the foul tip. And Batzer looking for the strikeout here. His second one of the day, the 1-2. And Batzer will have to wait for that second one. 2-2 count after it was outside. Batzer working quickly, ready to go already. The 2-2, leg kick and fire. That one fouled off.
Yeah,
keeps it at 2-2.
Yeah, another good spot there from Batzer, and he's just working the east to west quadrant right now, just dotting both the inside and outside corners, but really living more toward the outside, toward the left side of the plate whenever a left-handed batter's up.
2-2, and Batzer fires it in the dirt. Full count. Pickering adjusts the batting gloves outside the box, digs back in. For the 3-2, Batzer delivers. Pop up, left side, Amavisca going towards the dugout, and he'll take evasive action as that one dropped in foul territory.
Yeah, right around the media box down there, and that's a play that probably should not have been made, but, you know, he made a good effort as far as getting there.
He made it look really good on the effort. It's a full count. Batzer delivers the 3-2 outside. Pickering works a good walk. Long at bat there by Pickering, the center fielder. Kevin Vasquez now up to bat.
Yeah, it's a good at-bat worked, and that's Batzer's now first walk issued of the season, coming in with 0 entering tonight in 13 innings. And we saw Brenton Fields, who also didn't have any free passes entering last night, and he had 3 as well.
Runner on first. Batzer delivers inside. 3-0 game after 1. No outs here in the top of the second. 1-0 count to Kevin Vasquez. Cole Paveglio and Jayce Cicinelli alongside you tonight from Palm Springs Stadium. The 1-0 upstairs. Quickly 2-0, and this is the first time we've seen Batzer not work ahead and hitter. 2-0. Batzer sets at the belt. Checks the runner. Pickering taking off for second base. Firing down to second, Cortez. And Pickering with a stolen base to put a runner in scoring position with no outs for the East LA Dodgers. 3-0 count. Last one called a ball. Batzer looking for a strike here, and he gets the strike he was looking for. Vasquez thought he had the walk. Started to make the run down to first base.
Yeah, a pitch that barely missed the inside corner, but Batzer will take it on the mound.
3-1, and that one is called inside, a walk for Kevin Vasquez, and that's 2 batters back to back. That Batzer is allowed to walk to first base, and Cortez will call a mound visit and talk it over with Batzer. Likely just a reset here.
Yeah, really the first time we've seen him lose command so far, really of his fastball all summer, but back-to-back walks, and I believe 6 out of the last 7 pitches have been out of the zone, and obviously not what we saw in the first inning.
Shows a lot of veteran experience, though, by Cortez behind the dish to know when to reset your pitcher. Sometimes you just need to go out there and have a little chat with them and let them find their mindset quickly before things get out of control.
That's a good job there by Cortez. He recognizes that Batzer has not really been himself so far in this inning and showing that leadership behind the plate, trying to calm his pitcher and get back to what he was doing.
Derek Cruz lays down the bunt. Batzer fields it, has to laser it over to Kirkland. 4 out number 1. The runners advance 90 feet. Essentially a sack bunt. On the 1-3 put out, 4 out number 1. Now Ryan Rodriguez, the first baseman, up to bat.
Yeah, a little small ball there. You don't really see that a lot usually now, but Dodgers showing it here in this second inning, and now they have runners, 2 of them actually, and runners in scoring position.
Batzer fires to Rodriguez. A breaking ball snaps into the zone for a called strike. Working ahead this time, 0-1. Batzer delivers the 0-1, chopping ball left side. Amavisca looks back the runner, gets over to Kirkland for the out. Good play there by Amavisca to look back. Pickering.
Yeah, that's a good job right there. I mean, Amavisca, we've seen him make so many good throws over there at the hot corner. He fields his position very well, and one of the hardest positions in baseball to play, but he plays that position so well. His strong throwing arm, quickly recognizing the runner might take off home, checks him, throws a dot over there at first for the second out.
Castro up to bat now against Batzer, and Batzer back outside the zone, 1-0 count. 1-0 Batzer delivers in a swinging strike for strike 1 to Castro, the extra hitter today for the Dodgers. The 1-1. High fly ball, left side, camping under it is Perez, and he will field it cleanly for the third out. The Dodgers threaten. They strand 2. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 2 left on, and we head to the bottom of the second here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta, For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dalton Thomas leading it off for the Power here in the bottom of the second. After the Power send 8 to the plate in the first, they scored 3 on 3 hits and left 2 on. Now Dalton Thomas leading off the second baseman for the Power, facing Isaiah Lopez here in the bottom of the second. Lopez, full windup leg kick, delivers inside to Thomas, 1-0. Dalton Thomas, a slick fielding infielder. Slated at second base today, standing at 6 foot 180. 1-0 Lopez. Delivers. Chops it foul.
Yeah, this is a bat where, talking to Dalton, he's trying to get going, obviously, from University of St. Catharines, although he told me that they actually went bankrupt, so he's looking for a new college to go to, and obviously a lot of players on this Power team are not 100%, including Dalton, but he's playing through it and trying to have a good summer here and find a new home.
1-1. Thomas watches it low. 2-1. Got to be hard knowing you don't have a home and you had one last season, and it's no fault of your own. It's no fault of anything you can control, but now you're taking fate into your own hands and trying to find a new home for next season. That's Dalton Thomas's story. The 2-1 upstairs. 3-1. We just hope that Dalton Thomas can find a home for next season. Great second baseman and great batter that you can essentially plug in anywhere into your lineup and he'll be effective. 3-1. Thomas awaits. Watches it for a walk, and that's walk number 1 given up by Lopez, and Thomas will take the free 90.
Yeah, and you mentioned the great hitter and the great defender that he is, but I think the best thing that Dalton does well is he hustles every time the hard 90 when he puts that ball in play, and he shows the heart that he has and the energy that he really brings to really any ball club, and he's a guy that you'd love to have in your clubhouse.
Someone's name we're definitely going to have to keep an eye on come next spring is summer just less than a day away now. Is June 20th is official summer solstice. Thomas taking off his second base, showing off the hustle, and he has the stolen base. Showing it off right there for you, Jayce. Showing the heart and the hustle, Dalton Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what he brings. He goes first pitch, no hesitation, and, sometimes runners, they like to wait a couple pitches so they can try and read the pitcher on the mound, but he just goes first pitch and no hesitation and gets there easily.
Kashimoto in a 1-0 count, watches it, goes to 2-0. Third base, Hernandez playing even with third base bag. Everyone else in regular position for the East LA Dodgers in a 2-0 count to Cody Kashimoto.
That's actually his first stolen base of the season, so it's not like he doesn't have the speed. He's just trying to be aggressive here, and he swipes his first one this summer.
Kashimoto, chopper right side, takes a nasty hop over the head of Rodriguez, and Thomas will come home. And they are giving That is an E3.
Yeah, that's a play that has to be made. Not hit all that hard in a chopper, just right on the tip of the first baseman's glove over there. That was Ryan Rodriguez, and just unable to make the play. But Power able to get another run on the board, and Kashimoto on base yet again.
Noah Blythe grounded out in the first. This Power team is not a team you want to allow to have extra outs. Already capitalized on the one error with the one run in a 4-0 game now. Power lead it over the East LA Dodgers. Here in the bottom of the second, no outs, and Kashimoto taking off for third base, and Kashimoto with the steal.
And that is why Power is very dangerous. When you can't make the routine plays, you just allow to run on that air, and all of a sudden, one pitch later, Kashimoto's already standing at third. I mean, Casey Dill continuing to play hard and will keep being aggressive, not only on the base pass, but at the plate. He'll make the small ball plays, and just the IQ, that's what his team's made of.
0-1 fouled off. Draws it to 0-2. That's the thing about this Power team. They will not take their foot off the gas for anything at all. They will continue to pour on the runs no matter what inning it is and no matter the score. The 0-2 to Blythe. Watches it inside. 1-2. Good eye there by Noah Blythe. And you look at the score by inning for the Power. In the second inning, tied with the fifth with the most runs at 26 runs in each of those innings. And the Power right now at 1 here tonight. 1-2 count to Blythe. Blythe fouls it off. Keeps it at 1-2.
Yeah, but how about the 21 runs entering tonight in the first inning? I mean, that's a team that just continues to get on hot starts entering tonight, and obviously not including the 3 that you've scored in the first inning. You scored 2 last night. I mean, this team just always is ready to go right when the ball game starts, and they always get out to that early lead, and that's why they're so successful as far as holding those leads when you have pitchers knowing you have the run support.
1-2, Blythe. Big fly ball right side. That one's drifting back. It's keeping on going. And that one goes off the wall. Looked like he might have been gone for a second, but Blythe trots in to second easily, and Kashimoto scores. I think Kashimoto was trying to watch that one fly over the wall before he trotted on home.
Yeah, that's one of the weirdest routes you'll ever see an outfielder take. Kevin Vasquez just completely lost it. He was going out to his right and then completely goes back to his left and just goes well over his head, and he just never got a good read on it. And Blythe able to get it over his head for an RBI double and continuing to drive in runs for Noah.
Aiden Torque, hit by a pitch, came around to score in the first. As it's now a 5-0 game in the bottom of the second. Lopez leg kick delivers a mile-high pop-up off the bat of Aiden Torque, and the center fielder for the Dodgers slides on under it. Pickering records out number 1. Wow, what a pop-up there.
Yeah, you talk about one of the probably highest fly balls we'll see all summer long. I mean, that ball was way up there, and good job, though, by Pickering. That's one of those tough balls with the backspin. That could be a tough play for an outfielder when the ball's coming down, but able to keep his eye on it. And, I mean, that's just the first out of the inning for Power. Not the worst thing with a guy like Mark Kirkland up.
Kirkland up to bat. Waits the first pitch. Watches it. Low and outside to the left-handed batter. 1-0 count to the first baseman. Blythe on second after that big fly ball. He put a charge into it. We thought it was gone for a second, but the wind kept it in by a few feet. 1-0 count to Kirkland. Lopez delivers outside.
And again, just falling behind to these hitters, especially in the meat of the order right now, going through the gauntlet here with the cleanup hitter and Mark Kirkland. And a guy who had 2 RBIs last night, as we mentioned, already won in your first at bat, including a run scored. And he has another chance to bring another one home here.
2-0 to Kirkland. Fly ball left side. The left fielder, Crane, has a charge for it, and does not come up with it as it drops harmlessly in the Power bullpen. 2-1 now, though, to Mark Kirkland, the big-bodied first baseman. Hasn't hit a home run quite yet, but with his body type, you've got to assume that one could come at any moment. 2-1, Lopez checks on Blythe. Fires the 2-1, hard hit ball, and what a snag there by Garcia. Gets it over to first for the second out. And Kirkland, if that one was in the air, that one might have been going a long, long way.
Yeah, you talk about a good snag there on the backhand. Garcia, the only reason he was able to field that cleanly, 102 off the bat, and obviously the hardest hit ball so far, but just the one hop goes right to his glove. If it might have taken another hop, that's definitely going to be a base hit and going through that infield. But, yeah, I mean, nothing you can do if you're Mark Kirkland. You hit that as hard as you could, and just unfortunately right at the second baseman, Garcia.
Aiden Perez reached via a single and tallied an RBI in the first. Loops one. Foul. 0-1 to the left fielder.
Been a couple ones near our booth so far, and there was a broadcast earlier for the PSCL games, and a ball actually went in their booth. Wondering if we might have to keep alert on our feet here, Cole.
I feel like we definitely do have to be alert here tonight. We've got a few, as you mentioned, in our proximity. Maybe we'll get one. The 0-1 off the hands. Fouled back. 0-2. We just hope one of us can make the play. If it does come into the booth, it'll be kind of bad, JoJo, or Juji, whatever you want to say, if we don't make the catch and it comes straight at one of us. We don't want it to hit our heads or anything. The 0-2. Aiden Perez digs back in after adjusting the batting gloves. Lopez checks on Blythe. Light kicks and fires the 0-2. A towering foul ball. Drifts foul. Back over the first base stands. Keeps it at 0-2.
Another thing that we've seen so far here is Isaiah Lopez obviously has already given up 5, but he really hasn't had that put-out pitch to these power hitters. And obviously the good hitters that this power team has, obviously you have to have a very good put-out pitch. And Power just continuing to foul off pitches, a high pitch count now for the right-hander, and just making it hard on him so far tonight.
0-2 to Perez. That's hit back up the middle, and that will score Blythe. Another RBI single for the Power. That makes it a 6-0 game here in the bottom of the second. And the Power lead at 6-0 over the East LA Dodgers.
Yeah, a little deja vu. Aiden Perez, 2 at-bats, first and second inning, and 2 RBI singles as well. And how about also driving in the 3rd run of the inning for both now the bottom of the first and the bottom of the second.
Dom Hughes, RBI tallied on a ground out. Last inning, recorded the second out. Short lead by Perez. Lopez delivers outside to Hughes. From Kansas State in Manhattan, Kansas. In Big 12. Big 12 just lost officially. OU and UT just a few weeks ago and called strike to Hughes, and that's a big loss for the Big 12. 2 powerhouses going to the SEC now.
Yeah, I talk about the Big 12 conference, and it's going to be obviously all a different wide range of teams now. The whole Pac-12 obviously going their separate ways. UCLA, USC, a lot of those schools going to the Big 10.
1-1 well outside.
Got both Arizona schools, Colorado, Utah, the 4 Pac-12 teams that are now going to be in the Big 12 conference. And that's just a story. Obviously, a lot of people, no one really knows why, but obviously it's a money thing, and just the commissioner for that Pac-12 just not doing a good job of keeping that conference together.
It's a shame to see the Pac-12 go away. We just hope we get great baseball and softball from those schools still as Hughes fouls it off. Goes to 2-2. UCLA, a powerhouse in softball for years and years. Handful of championships there in the late 80s, early 90s by the Bruins, and then just recently graduating from UCLA, Maya Brady, the niece of Tom Brady, and taking off for second base in a big lead, and he is tagged out, though, as Perez, as he is caught stealing for the third out. Now we'll do it for the Power here in the second. They score 3 on 2 hits, 1 error, no one left on, and the Power lead it 6-0 after 2 here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
We're back here in the top of the third. The East LA Dodgers down 6-0 after 2 full innings. Jordan White up to bat now after Garcia recorded the last out on a pop-up to left field, and that one's a first pitch swinging by White. And that goes straight to the glove of Aiden Torek for a quick 1 pitch, 1 out. No better way to draw it up here in the third if you're Connor Batzer.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out. Obviously, it was hit a little harder than you would like, but you can live with that when you get a 1 pitch, 1 out really to open up the inning and get that quick out.
Joaquin Gonzalez led off the game with a pop out in foul territory to Richie Amavisca. That led off the game for the East LA Dodgers. They haven't found anything since then, really, to reach. Have reached on 2 walks against Batzer. The 0-1 from Batzer is called a strike at the knees. 0-2 to Gonzalez.
And Connor Batzer, we talked about, he came off his last outing.
0-2 chops back up the middle, charged on by Thomas, and Thomas gets it over to Kirkland just in time for out number 2. One thing about Batzer tonight is he's having to spend a lot of time in the dugout for the Power as the bats of the Power come to life just like they have been all season long. 0-0 to Hernandez. Hard hit straight to Torek, and Torek takes a few steps back, and that's a 3-up, 3-down inning for the Dodgers. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on, and the Power lead it 6-0 after 2.5 here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. New pitcher on the mound for the East LA Dodgers. We've got his number, but is not on the roster, so we'll work on identifying him as we go along. But Isaiah Lopez gives up 6 runs, 5 hits, and strands 2 power players. As it's the 6-7 hole spot hitters for the power duo up, Dom Hughes, Angel Cortez, and Richie Amavisca. Here in the bottom of the third, after Aiden Perez was caught stealing for out number 3. It's outside to Hughes, 1-0 count, and Jayce Cicinelli will have taken over for the middle innings. Coming up after these 3 power outs, but first the power have got to give up 3 outs, and that's the hard part. 2-0 count to Hughes. 2-0. Hughes awaits the pitch, and it's called outside for a strike, though. Right on the black. 2-1 to the Wildcat. 2-1. Hughes awaits. Pop up on the infield, and the pitcher is going for it, and the drops in between the pitcher, the second baseman, and the shortstop. And we'll see what they score that one.
Yeah, that should be an error. I mean, that's a ball that really should have been caught. I mean,
Dom
a ball that
Hughes
found right in the hole of the infielders, and obviously not hit all hard, 52 off the bat. And that's twice now we've seen Dom Hughes really get a pitch down the middle of the plate, but not able to do a lot with it. But anyways, a power again starting off the inning now with a runner.
First one to Cortez outside, 1-0 count, and Hughes awarded the hit as no one really got a good look at that one. So Dom Hughes granted a hit. Cortez laces that one. That one stays fair, and Hughes going for third here. Cortez going for second. Hughes rounding third, and Hughes will score standing up, and Cortez a RBI double. That's a good hit there for Cortez, scoring Dom Hughes all the way from first base. Makes it a 7-0 game just like that in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, good swing there from Cortez. Gets the pitch on the inner half, only at 76, and he just turns on it, laces it down that left field line. And how about the speed from Dom Hughes? First time we've seen him get on base now here this summer, and he was just chugging along all the way from first and able to score, get power another run.
Amavisca swings for strike 1. 0-1. No outs. Here in the bottom of the third. Slider slides outside. Goes to 1-1 to Amavisca. Amavisca 5'11", 190 from just down the road in Indio. The pitcher steps off. The catcher Cortez will meet with the pitcher.
Yeah, Richie Amavisca, one of the many former College of the Desert players. Obviously, haven't talked about it, but obviously Sam DiMatteo, the hitting coach for the Power, obviously the head coach of College of the Desert. Casey Dill, one of the coaches. Reed Santos as well, who's also the pitching coach for Power, also the pitching coach for College of the Desert. And that's why they have the PSCL League. They scout a lot of players when they're looking for guys to fill out their roster, and that's actually what they were doing yesterday morning, and see some pitchers and some guys that you might like.
The 1-1 to Amavisca fouled off. Goes to 1-2, and a lot of great talent in the PSCL. So make sure to check out those games on the PSCL channel in the mornings. Always double headers here in Palm Springs Stadium, and then we'll provide updates of the backfield games. 1-2 to Amavisca. Puts a charge into this one, left center field, but it gets caught up in the air for out number 1. That one sounded good off the bat and looked like good for a while, but just got caught up in the air for an F8.
And even though that was an out, that might have been one of the best swings, if not the best swing from Richie all summer. He gets a pitch low and in, turns on it, and puts a good swing on it. Obviously, as you mentioned, just stayed in the air just a little longer. Couldn't be, if it was a line drive, definitely split in the alley. So he just got under that.
Dalton Thomas watches one for a called strike. Looked outside, but nonetheless, called strike to Dalton Thomas. Walked, came around to score and record a stolen base in the second. Now is in a 1-1 count. Thomas, as mentioned, looking for a new home for next collegiate season. Chops one foul, and they're actually saying it was a live ball, and Cortez takes third on the pass ball.
Yeah, and the sloppiness just continuing behind the plate there from Jordan White, the catcher for the Dodgers, and just continuing to not hold on to the baseball. Seen some wild pitches as well thrown, and just giving Power an extra 90.
1-2 count to Thomas. Stays outside. 2-all count to the second baseman. Cortez on third, 2-2 to Thomas. Bounces in the dirt for a full count. 1 out. Bottom of the third. Power lead it. 7-0 over the East LA Dodgers. Cole Paveglio and Jayce Cicinelli. And Jayce Cicinelli will be taking over for the middle innings coming up soon. Pitcher sets. Full count, and Thomas goes down swinging. And the catcher, White, catches it in his glove for out number 2. And Cody Kashimoto reached twice. First time via a double, came around to score. Second time reached via an E3 and came around to score and tallied a stolen base. First one to Kashimoto's inside. 1-0 count to the St. Mary Gale.
And what Kashimoto does so well is he doesn't strike out a lot. He only has 6 so far for Power, and he just puts the ball in play, and obviously as a hitter, that's the best thing you can do.
1-0, stays outside to Kashimoto. Talked to Cody a few days ago and said the one thing he's really working on is just getting a little bit more pop in his bat and in his swing to maybe be able to tally a few more extra base hits and maybe send a few long as he's in a 3-0 count.
And when you put the ball in play as a hitter, you're forcing the defense to work. And obviously, as we saw last at bat, air tap in and putting the ball in play allows you to get on base.
A walk for Kashimoto as he takes the free 90. Noah Blythe now up to bat. RBI double last inning. Scored Kashimoto from third. So looking for a second hit here for Noah Blythe. Awaits the 0-0, watches it low. 1-0 count to the man that will be attending Hawaii Pacific. We actually have a few PSCL players, Tommy Mitchell being one of them, that will be attending Hawaii Pacific. A D2 school. The 1-0 Blythe. Pop up. Foul right side. The first baseman, Rodriguez, makes the catch for out number 3. The Power score 1 on 2 hits. No errors. 2 left on. The Power lead it 7-0 after 3, and Jayce Cicinelli will be taking over coming up from the break here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
So we're back here for the top of the 4th. Jayce, Cicinelli, Cole Paveglio. We quickly pause for the game. For 55 years, the Old Spaghetti Factory has been family owned and operated. Visit today and start your own family tradition with affordable meals, excellent service, and a beautiful setting. Connor Batzer back out there for his 4th inning of work for Power, and he's done a great job so far. Talk about not allowing a hit so far through 3, 1 strikeout, and he's been getting a lot of soft contact, quick outs. He has issued a couple free passes, but besides that, he's been brilliant. Continuing to get ahead of hitters as the first hitter he faces drops a curveball in there to Will Crane.
Almost right on cue, Jayce, as you said. Been working ahead hitters and drops in a strike for an 0-1 count.
0-1 delivery, a little check swing, dribbler to the right side. This could be a tough play. Kirkland feels it, gets it on the tag for the first out. What a play by Mark Kirkland. Calling off the pitcher Batzer and just saying, I can do this myself. Showing off the quick feet and able to get the first out.
Definitely did not have to be that close of a play, though. But it really was a difficult play, kind of in no man's land there between Kirkland and Batzer. And really good effort there by Kirkland to apply the tag, and it was really in no man's land. I mean, just right in front of the bag, and Batzer tried to be the first one to it, and Kirkland just somehow beat him to it and applied the tag on Crane for the 3 unassisted.
1 out here for Jacob Pickering. Comes in here with a 1-0 count, walked his first plate appearance, and that one misses outside as well. So quickly 2-0 the count. Obviously, it's even harder for a southpaw. Usually they fall to the left side of the mound, but luckily the righty Batzer was able to bounce off the mound, even though he didn't field it, as the next pitch, Pickering goes fishing and misses it for strike 1. But talking about hustling over to the ball, and Batzer definitely could have made a play, but Kirkland had the easier angle as Pickering chases an off speed.
That looked like a half-hearted swing there from Pickering. Really didn't look like he wanted to commit to that swing, but just one of those swings couldn't hold up.
2-2 delivery. There's a chopper up the middle. Thomas fields it on a couple bounces, fires across his body for out number 2.
Just a good play there by Thomas and making it look routine, even with the body askew and falling to his right. Making it look simple, even though it's anything but that. That's why Thomas is a valuable piece for the Palm Spring Power.
So 2 outs here for Kevin Vasquez, the right fielder who also walked his first plate appearance as Batzer drops the slider in there for strike 1. And when you're a pitcher and you can throw your secondary pitches for strikes, you're really dialed in, because then you can really go to anything. And he goes right back to that slider, but that one just missed a little below the knees, but not a bad spot. Right there, a borderline pitch, but that time went in favor of the hitter Vasquez. Here's the 1-1. Fastball on the in the inside corner, and quickly ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. Batzer trying to work another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the last 7. Foul back to the right side.
And sent Derek Cruz scrambling for covers. He thought he was going to get hit by that one, but the netting luckily keeping Cruz safe, but definitely sent him cowering.
1-2, slider, got him looking on the outside corner. You talk about painting a pitch on the outside, low and away corner to retire the side. 4 shutout innings for Connor Batzer. No hits allowed. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 7-0 Power.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the 4th is to keep up to date with everything Palm Springs Power. Follow us on social media. Follow the Power on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Palm Springs Power, or visit our website at palmspringspowerbaseball.com. Power leading 7-0 here against the East LA Dodgers. 7 runs so far on 7 hits. No errors committed, and Power so far have played perfectly here through the first 3.5 innings and trying to add more here to the run column this inning. We saw first time last night Power were able to score in the first 4 innings, and that was the first time all season they've been able to do that, and they're on the verge of doing that again here tonight.
I mean, the Power, when they start to pounce on you, they really start to put up big numbers, already at 7 right now. But you look at the season score total for the Power, entered the game at 137, holding opponents to just 52. So that's 144 total runs on the season right now for the Power. And I mean, it's pretty simple, Jayce, when you look at that number and look at their win total and why they're leading the CPCL standings by a healthy margin.
So here's Aiden Torek, 3-hitter from the St. Mary's product, 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch, and later came around to score in the first as he takes a slider outside for ball 1.
St. Mary's really producing some of the best MLB talent we've seen, the likes of Corbin Burns, Patrick Wisdom, in a handful. When I say handful, it's about 10 handfuls worth of other MLB players.
So that one misses way upstairs and away for ball 1. And Aiden Torek so far has appeared in 10 games entering tonight, and he added to his on-base streak. Now all 11 games he has played in is that will have to wait as he sends a towering fly ball out to left, but now camping under it and making the play will be Will Crane.
I mean, Torek just showing off the pop in his bat. Jayce, you stood up thinking that one might be long gone, but another one of those ones that here in Palm Springs Stadium that just gets caught up in the wind and really knocks any fly ball down very quickly. But Torek on 2 home runs, was looking for a third one there.
Yeah, and you mentioned the pop off his bat. Here's Mark Kirkland, the cleanup man for Power, takes upstairs on the breaking ball for ball 1. But that was 90 exit velocity on that fly ball, and he didn't even get all that. And, I mean, you talk about just the absolute hard hits that he produces. Speaking of hard hits, what a play! Mark Kirkland line driving that one right to the jumping shortstop, and Derek Cruz robbing a potential double to Mark Kirkland.
And, man, what a hit. Well struck off the bat, over 90, exit velo. A barrel that you could hear here in the booth, and just a great hop-and play by Cruz.
So 2 outs quickly here in the 4th. Sends up Aiden Perez, 2 for 2, couple singles and 2 RBIs as he takes a breaking ball right down the middle for strike 1. Aiden Perez recently announcing going to Cal State Northridge. Previously played at Southwestern Community College. He takes outside for ball one.
Talking to Casey Dill about how sometimes in the game of baseball you can hit a ball square on the bat and then you can get 5 outs with those swings, but then on swing number 6 it might just be a little check swing and tin hopper, rinky dinky hit, and you're finally back in the hit column. And right now Mark Kirkland might think, hey, I'll take a rinky dinky hit right now.
1-2, fastball upstairs for ball two. Aiden Perez, left fielder for the Power. We've seen him be in the DH role a lot, but getting the start on the field tonight. 2-2 strikeout with 2 outs, no one home here for Power. Slider dives outside the zone for ball three. Dom Hughes would be due up next if Perez were to reach. Full count offering here out of the windup. The 3-2. Swung on and missed for strike three. Aiden Perez goes down on strikes in a 1-2-3 inning. The first one worked here for the Dodgers pitching staff tonight. We're through 4 here at Palm Springs Stadium. Power leads 7-0.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Of outdoor living spaces in the desert, nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Back here for the top of the fifth, Power with a big 7-0 lead, and first time being shut out on the offensive side for Power last inning. They've started off this game 3 runs in each of the first 2 innings and 1 in the bottom of the third, and were finally put away in order. Batzer back out there for the fifth, starts the off-speed pitch in there for strike one to Derek Cruz. Shortstop for the Dodgers. 0 for 0 on a sacked bunt, his first plate appearance. Next pitch, and this one slowly hits to short. Kashimoto fields it on a couple hops and fires across the diamond. 6-3 on the putout for round number 1. So 1 out quickly here for Ryan Rodriguez, first baseman, who's 0 for 1 with the ground out. Connor Batzer just continuing to pitch well. We mentioned no walks entering tonight. He has issued 2, both in that second inning, but has been able to get out of it. The next one hardly hit on a hop. Richie Amavisca fires out cross to Mark Kirkland. Quickly 2 outs here in the fifth.
I mean, no better way for Batzer here in the fifth. 2 pitches, 2 ground outs. Here on your 20th birthday and looking to get the W if he gets through this inning unscathed.
Yeah, Connor Batzer, we mentioned his birthday today, and no better start to your outing. 4 2/3 so far of shutout baseball as the first one runs inside to Garcia. Second baseman flew out to left his first plate appearance. 0 for 1. Here's the 1-0. And this one swung on, driven down the right field line, but heading foul and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Garcia, and Batzer, we mentioned how deep he can go. He's tied with Brenton Fields for the longest outing for Power this summer. Both of them have gone 7 innings. Or pardon me, that was Kyle Mosley who went 7, as the next one misses up and away for ball 2. Here's the next pitch. Right in the zone for strike two. Another good slider, just that cut to it. So far tonight, and Dodgers hitters have just had no answers. So Deuce is wild on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The next pitch. Swung on and missed. Waves and chases the breaking ball. And that will end the frame. Connor Batzer, another 1-2-3 inning. That's 11 straight retired as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, you know, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Bottom of the 5th, power back out there at the plate is Dom Hughes, Angel Cortez, and Richie Amavisca, the 6, 7, 8 hitters here to lead off the bottom of the 5th. That's the first pitch. Fastball sails outside for ball 1. Dom Hughes 1 for 2, got his first hit of the summer on an infield single and later came around to score and also grounded out. Next delivery. Just misses the outside corner. 2-0 here to Dom Hughes.
Hughes, a native of Boston, Massachusetts.
Next one misses upstairs and 3-0.
And I bring up Boston right now because we've mentioned it. Tomorrow's the summer solstice, and it's actually the earliest one since, you guess it, 1776. Back when there was only a handful of colonies still, and obviously now 50 states.
So 4-pitch walk here to Dom Hughes to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
But there's your history lesson for the day. The earliest summer solstice since George Washington's time. Back all the way in 1776. The earliest one in 200-plus years.
Third walk issued here tonight for the Dodgers pitching staff. Also 2 hit by batters. His first pitch is in there to Angel Cortez. Catcher, Cal State Northridge product. 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. Or actually, pardon me, 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch. Next delivery, there goes the runner, hit and run, and he sends this one deep to right field, but going back on it and making the catch for out number 1, Kevin Vasquez. And now he fires it back to first and nearly getting the double play, but Ryan Rodriguez couldn't pick it. It was a 2-hop throw back to the first baseman, and nearly getting picked off there back on the double play was Dom Hughes, but unable to handle was Rodriguez.
That was a really close to being a double play as Dom Hughes almost got doubled up. But as you mentioned, Rodriguez couldn't pick the throw from Vasquez and allowed Hughes to reach safely after getting all the way to second and having to tag back up.
1 out, 1 on, and Richie Amavisca sends it almost to the same spot to Vasquez. This time, Hughes immediately goes back to the bag for quickly 2 outs.
Quick moving middle innings here is neither team doing a lot of damage here in the 4th and now the 5th.
Yeah, you talk about the first 2 innings getting done in an hour and 22 minutes here. We're already done with almost 2 innings. 8:22 p.m. here on this beautiful June 19th. The first pitch spikes in the dirt and gets away. a wild pitch, and Dom Hughes easily advancing to second, and another runner in scoring position now for Power.
I mean, just squirted by Jordan White and allowing easily the Wildcat to pounce to second base after the pass ball, and I know E.J. Sanchez won't be happy hearing those words, pass ball.
Next one's a slowly hit chopper to second, but under toss and making the play is Garcia for out number 3. So we're done after 5 from Palm Springs Stadium, but Power cleaning to the 7-0 lead.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
Back here for the top of the 6th is quickly this Friday, June 21st, is City of Palm Springs night with all Palm Springs residents receiving free admission and food. Tickets for purchase at the stadium box office on game day. Obviously tonight, Dog in the Park, Hispanic Heritage Night back on Tuesday. We've had a lot of good promotions here this week for Power. Also $4 margarita tonight in the first one. Thought it got his helmet, but missed up and had to barely dodge out of the way of that one. Was the catcher Jordan White. So 1-0 the count here to White. White with a line out to center. Big cut and a miss. Fastball had some sinker movement to that one and ran inside on the hands, and that's a tough pitch to hit. Even if you make contact with that, that's just going to be a jam shot down the first base line. 1-1. Slider right on the corner for strike 2. Bats are continuing to dot his pitches and being efficient on the mound, getting ahead, and he's a guy who could potentially go the whole game. Next one misses outside, 2-2. Just 2 base runners allowed here tonight. Both have been on walks. So if that tells you guys all you need to know about so far what's going on, is the next one's a ground ball down the line. Amavisca makes the long throw, but can't make the play, but that should go down as an error. Error on the play. It's a high throw and nearly just couldn't get him, and an E5 to start the inning.
I mean, great effort by Amavisca and just airmailed the throw and could not get the batter there out at first.
Check to first, but not in time. Next pitch, and misses outside. Leadoff man Joaquin Gonzalez 0 for 2, pop out and a ground out. Next delivery, swung on and missed for strike 1. Batzer, first time he's allowed a leadoff runner to reach. Actually, you got to go back to the top of the second, actually, where he walked the first two men and was able to escape his second and third one-out jam after the sac bunt. Was able to get an infield ground out and then a fly out. Next pitch is fouled back to the netting. From 2-0 now to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 payoff pitch. That one misses inside, and the count will run full.
And Batzer holds the longest start of a game.
Looks like it's a 2-2 count. Our apologies. Here's the 2-2. Slider right down Broadway, froze him up for strike three. First down here in the sixth.
I mean, a good slider there. Bites back into the zone and sets down Joaquin Gonzalez for the out. Out number one. And Batzer, in his sixth inning of work, holds the power record this season for the longest start by a starter at 7. That was against the SoCal Bombers back on the 11th.
Looks like we have a pinch hitter up. Seeing if we have that on our roster. It is Jake Fuentes, the pinch hitter here for the Dodgers. So pinch hitting for Marcus Hernandez, who finished his night 0 for 2.
Check swing called a strike.
Fuentes will take over the hot corner for Hernandez. He finished his night 0 for 2 with a ground out in a lineup. Next pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Batzer continuing to get ahead and has really been around the strike zone all night long, and that's why he's so good as far as going deep into ball games. He's already made one outing where he went a strong 7, and he gets another strikeout. Got him looking right at the knees, and back-to-back strikeouts looking, and 3 straight strikeouts in the last 3 outs recorded for Batzer.
That's strikeout number 5 for Batzer. He is cooking here on his 20th birthday.
2 outs for the 3-hitter, Will Crane, left fielder for the Dodgers, and he sends this one out to right, and that's going to fall in just in front of Blythe for a base hit. So a fastball on the outside part of the plate, or pardon me, inside, and he just little inside-out swing to right field, and that will be the first hit of the ball game, and the no-hitter bid is over.
Honestly, the way Batzer had been pitching, I mean, so many balls had been put into play and had a few base runners. I hadn't even realized that was a no-hitter for Batzer through 5 2/3.
So first hit now of the game for the Dodgers here with 2 outs in the 6th. First one right on the outside corner for strike 1. Connor Batzer, talk about how impressive he's been. Obviously, that's the longest no-hit bid all summer for power. Nearly gets out through 6 innings as the next one is fouled to the left side of the 4-hitter Jacob Pickering, and quickly behind 0-2. Oh, 0-2 the count. 2 outs, runners at first and second, and Pickering, the batter, calls time. So he gathers himself back into the batter's box. Batzer's been sitting 85 to 88 range for his fastball tonight. A guy who won't strike out a lot of hitters, but man, he knows how to locate as the next one right hit to Batzer. He fields his position perfectly, fires it to Kirkland to end the frame. 6 shutout innings for Connor Batzer. Gets a round of applause, but we expect to see more of him tonight as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Back here for the bottom of the 6 here for Power is top of the order, Cody Kashimoto, Noah Blythe, and Aiden Torek. First pitch, that misses for ball 1, and actually, this is the new hitter here for Power who got called up from the PSCL. Michael Gonzalez getting the call up from the Blue Sox. Michael Gonzalez from Ontario, California, and from LA Harbor College. His Power debut getting the action here for Kashimoto, and he takes upstairs. How awesome for that. You get put on the Power roster tonight, and here in the 6th inning in a 7-0 shutout, you get a live AB here. Next one catches the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike.
I mean, the Blue Sox, one of the better teams in the PSCL, and coached by Coach Reed Santos of the Power, and he's the coach for the Blue Sox. And the Blue Sox doing really well in the PSCL as it's a 2-2 count to Gonzalez.
Yeah, you notice the Power really starting to empty out the bench now as we'll have another pinch hitter. Looks like Derek Houston. That one misses outside for ball 4, and that'll bring up pinch hitter Derek Houston. How about Gonzalez in your Power debut? First did that, and you get on base with a full count pitch walk. So Derek Houston, the Utah Valley product, who's listed as a catcher, but we've seen him in left field a couple times, and now he'll take over here for Blythe, and he sends the first pitch, a chopper foul down the right side.
And Houston, one of the guys that's splitting time with the PSCL as well. Saw him yesterday make an appearance for the PSCL. Derek Houston, one of those guys that, I mean, you can just put him anywhere, and I think he'll go out there and compete for you. He's just that type of guy. Guy that you can always depend on from Utah Valley.
So leadoff walk here and a 0-1 count here to Derek Houston. Houston from Kanab, Utah. Slider that time catches the outside part of the zone, and no balls and 2 strikes to Derek Houston.
The Wolverines of Utah Valley.
And time's called here for the batter Derek Houston as he gathers himself down an 0-2 count. Out of the stretch and delivers 0-2 and a little slap shot through the 3-4 hole just past the diving Garcia. Heading to third is Gonzalez. The throw is cut off. Back to first to Houston, but gets back in time. Base hit for Houston and runners on the corners with no one out here for Power.
I mean, the Wolverine coming off the bench cold, and when you talk to anyone that's been around the game of baseball, being a pinch hitter, one of the hardest things in this game that you can do. I mean, you haven't seen any live pitching throughout the game, and then you're expected to come off the bench, record a hit, and help your team rally or keep the inning going, and 2 guys doing it right there. Michael Gonzalez and Derek Houston, you've got to applaud them for being able to come off the bench and record good at-bats for both of them.
Looks like another pinch hitter on deck, Alonzo Reyes. His first one misses low here to Aiden Torek. At least so far, fourth time through the order. Torek the only starter so far to still be in the ball game. Torek 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Next delivery, that one dives out of the zone, 2-0. We mentioned the hit streak for Aiden Torek, and obviously that's intact for him right now, trying to obviously keep that alive. He's got a hit in every game but the first game, as that one's fouled back, and we'll do it again.
I mean, right now he's in danger of losing that hit streak. That's almost at double digits, currently at 9. So need a hit here if you're Aiden Torek to keep that hit streak alive.
Next pitch. That one misses around the backstop, way outside. Catcher can't find the ball, and now going to third, first to third, and now the ball just disappeared, so they're going to send the runner back to second. But scoring on the play will be Gonzalez. Or maybe they're not going to send the runner back to second. Now the manager for the Dodgers is going to talk things over with the home plate umpire.
Looks like Houston will stay at third, and I mean, that one just vanished into thin air. Must have gotten stuck behind the netting around the backstop with a 3-1 count to Torek.
Torek trying to drive home another run. Has an RBI as well in every game but that first game when he went hitless. How about that RBI streak as he draws another walk? So 9 straight games as well that he's had an RBI, and that will send up Alonzo Reyes, who left the game yesterday after one at-bat. I believe it was something with his leg, but obviously that's very encouraging to see him, as now you see Nick Eli pinch running for Aiden Torek. So it looks like that hit streak will end for Aiden.
But the on-base streak now at 11 games, but that hitting streak does evaporate into thin air in this desert heat. Holds the longest hit streak, though, for the Power at 9 games. Closest behind him has been Noah Blythe with 1 at 8. And Blythe recorded a hit, so he is now tied the longest hit streak for the Power at 9.
We mentioned Alonzo Reyes, the pinch hitter for Mark Kirkland, as manager Casey Dill emptying out his bench. We mentioned Reyes leaving yesterday. Very encouraging to see him get an at-bat here tonight. Reyes, who drove in a couple runs last night before exiting the game. Very encouraging for him to get that at-bat. It was a 2 RBI single back in his only at-bat yesterday in that first inning with the bases loaded against the Inland Valley Pirates. And a ground ball right through the hole. Diving Garcia on his feet and fires to first. It will be an RBI ground out, but Garcia robbing Reyes of a base hit.
That's 2 runs now here in the 6th. After being blanked in the 4th and the 5th, the Power back in the run column. Aiden Perez digging in.
So here's Aiden Perez, the Cal State Northridge product. Still in the ball game, 2 for 3. Couple singles, couple RBIs, and a strikeout, and a first pitch swinging sends that down the left field line and foul.
Looks like manager Casey Dill talking it over with Connor Batzer if he'll be sent back out there for the 7th.
Yeah, I mean, no bullpen movement we've seen tonight, so right now it's Connor Batzer's game, and why not? It's been brilliant with 6 shutout innings. The next one spikes in the dirt for ball 1 to Aiden Perez. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Still 1 out just here in the inning. Nick Eli, the pinch runner, standing at second base. Trying to get another run home for the Power. Big swing and a miss for strike 2. Power this season, 8 out of their 13 wins have been double digits. So trying to make it 9 here tonight with one more run. Up 9-0. Nick Eli again at second with one out here in the bottom of the 6th. 1-2. Slider misses low and away for ball 2.
Good eye there by Perez. Breaking ball. Started in the zone, snapped down out of it, and hard one to watch when the pitcher's tunneling well, but good take by Perez.
Swung on and driven up the middle for a base hit. Eli got a late reaction, but they're still going to send him home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the line, and Nick Eli scores. Third RBI tonight, and his third hit as well for Aiden Perez.
I mean, good night for Aiden Perez. Candidate for player of the game, but I think we're still leaning towards the starting pitcher, Connor Batzer, and now a pitching change coming for the East LA Dodgers.
Yeah, pitching change. We'll be back here. 10-0 is Power with a big lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Building your business is no small undertaking, and you need the right team by your side. Whether you're just getting started or expanding nationwide, Pacific Premier Bank is here to support your business every step of the way. As your trusted banking partner, we can help guide you down the right path with customized solutions designed for your business. We'll help you achieve the success you deserve. Pacific Premier Bank. Let's build your future together.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back here, pitching change on as the southpaw Ray Rivera will toe the rubber here in a 10-0 Power lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Still just one out and 2 runners on here for Power. Or pardon me, 1 with Aiden Perez driving home the pinch runner, Nick Eli. 3 runs home in the inning. And Power, 9th time now this season, they've scored in double digits.
I mean, this is a Power team that's very potent offensively and will put up a lot of runs if you give them the chance.
Lefty-lefty matchup. He'll face Dom Hughes to open up his evening, and Angel Cortez still in the ball game, and still he has his shin guards on with 1 out in the inning, but obviously he still will be in the ball game. Angel Cortez hasn't had a lot of playing time, just 5 games entering tonight, so this is his 6th game of the season, and I believe his 5th start as he came in as a pinch hitter in one of those ball games. But here's Dom Hughes. Hughes 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Takes upstairs for ball 1. Dom Hughes, the Kansas State product. Interesting fact, his dad actually, Pete Hughes, is the head coach for the Kansas State, and one of his brothers, Thomas Hughes, is one of the assistant coaches. Out of the stretch, the 1-0. And Hughes sends this one back around and out of play down to the right side and finds some empty seating. Dom Hughes, before touring his labrum last summer, he was 11 for 33 and one of the big hitters that Power had last summer. And now he calls time and backs out of the box. Dom Hughes actually led Power last year in triples and just 33 at-bats with 3. Also 3 doubles, 11 hits, 14 walks as well as he takes way upstairs for ball 2. He had a .551 on-base percentage, just a guy who grinds out at-bats and just find ways to get on, whether it's hitting or via the free pass. Hitters count the 2-1. Hughes fouls it off to the left side. If any Power pitcher has a chance to really have a complete game, it would be Connor Batzer. 6 shutout innings and has been brilliant here tonight. 2-2 with 1 out. Hughes fouls it again, this time back around the home plate area. As we mentioned, Angel Cortez would be due up next if Hughes can either get on. Just 1 out home here. And another 2-2 payoff pitch coming. Rivera, the 2-2 releases, and off speed, bounces low and away for ball 3. So the count goes full. Here's the 3-2. Hughes fouls this one off down the right side. Is it in fair territory? And it will be caught there in foul territory by Ryan Rodriguez, right around the dugout area, able to put it away, and it stays on the field for round number 2.
Angel Cortez still in the lineup for the Power. Hit by a pitch, RBI double, and a fly out on his day.
So 2 outs for Angel Cortez, and the first pitch swinging sends this one out to right. Towering fly ball. Vasquez calling for it and puts it away. So we're through 6 here from Palm Springs Stadium as Power with a big 10-0 lead.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.
We're to the 7th inning. And bring the whole family this Saturday to a Palm Springs Power baseball game. Every Saturday at Palm Springs Stadium is Jack in the Box Kids Night with all kids 12 and under receiving free admission. Game start at 7 with tickets available at the Palm Springs Stadium box office. Affordable fun for the whole family every Saturday night this summer with Power baseball. Connor Batzer back out there for the 7th inning. Set to face 5, 6, and 7 spot of the East LA Dodgers, and Angel Cortez has to yank that one down from behind the head of Kevin Vasquez for a 1-0 count. Connor Batzer, what a start for him on his birthday. Now in the 7th inning of work, Vasquez fouls it off. Evens it up 1-1. But Batzer getting a lot of run support, 10 runs on 9 hits. And no LA Dodgers errors, and that one upstairs from Vasquez. 2-1. Batzer looking to add to his strikeout tally. Needs an extra strike here. 3-1 now. Last one was inside to Vasquez. Bark at the ballpark night here at Palm Springs Stadium. Good handful of dogs and canine friends on hand. 3-2 count to Kevin Vasquez. Batzer looking for strikeout. Number 6. Full count. Batzer leg kicks, fires. Vasquez fouls it back to keep it at a full count.
Yeah, talking about just continuing to throw his secondary pitches. That was a full count offering, and he has the confidence to throw it for a strike.
The full count offering fouled off right side. Charging on is the first baseman. It's actually a new first baseman in the game, as it's now Alonzo Reyes at first base for the Power after a handful of changes. Reyes at first.
Yeah, Reyes, who's normally a catcher, sliding over there to first here for the back 3 innings defensively, and just unable to get there. But
Eli in center field, Houston in right. 3-2 count. Batzer looking for the strikeout here. The full count, and I guess it wasn't a full count, but actually now the ump is telling him to take his base.
Yeah, he forgot it was ball 4, or he just didn't know. But either way, leadoff base runner here for the Dodgers here in the top of the 7th.
And had me very confused and perplexed, as I had 3-2 in my book. It was 3-2 on the scoreboard, but Vasquez, I guess, just wanted a chance to keep the bat and try to get hit against Batzer, as the Dodgers only have 1 hit, but decides to take the trot to first base. Pickoff attempt. Vasquez in there safely.
First time we've seen a pickoff move now for Batzer here tonight, and I like that, you know. Mix it up a little bit. Don't get those runners too comfortable over there, and I like as they take a shorter lead on the next pitch.
Here we are in the 6th spot is Declan Rivera. Rivero, actually, up to bat now for Derek Cruz. 1-1 count now to Rivero. Rivero listed as a utility player for these East LA Dodgers. Can do about anything you ask him to. The 1-1. Batzer leaves it upstairs. Goes to 2-1 to Rivero. Vasquez on first after the walk given up by Batzer. First walk given up since back in the 2nd. A swinging strike. Goes to 2-2.
Yeah, going back to the fastball there. Still riding with the 82 miles per hour. Obviously working deep in this ball game as he did his last outing, and trying to continue to keep the 0-run column for the Dodgers.
Batzer fires the 2-2 in a foul tip strikeout, and that strikeout number 6 for Batzer here on his 20th birthday. Been a great night out.
Yeah, we mentioned Batzer in the open, not a big strikeout guy, but tonight he's been able to find so many ways, but 90% of his strikeouts tonight has been on that devastating slider all night.
Big pop-up, drifting back. That one drops back in front of us and fielding on a nice snag. There's a young man giving it to a younger fan.
And that is awesome to see. Catch a ball, you see that a lot in sports. Older gentleman finding a kid in the stands after getting a foul ball, and that's awesome.
0-1 count to Rodriguez. Batzer pumps a few times on the mound, delivers the 0-1. Hard hit ball center field. Eli backtracking, making the run and play for out number 2. Little reminiscent of the Say Hey kid, Willie Mays, who we honored before the game when a moment of silence passed away yesterday at the age of 93, and minor league baseball honored him with a game at Rickwood Field, the former home of the Birmingham Black Barons. And now tonight, the MLB holding the game there at Rickwood Field as well. And losing a baseball legend known for the catch. 1-0 count to Garcia. And Say Hey Kid, one of the best outfielders and one of the best all-around hitters. Last one fouled straight back. And I know our very own Steve, residential Giant fan, is likely devastated hearing about the loss of the Say Hey Kid.
Yeah, he told us a story actually the other day that he was shagging fly balls with Willie Mays. So he's met him before. He's been on the baseball diamond. I mean, that's an awesome story, really, for any baseball fan. But also, going back to the quick catch by Nick Eli, that's a good play that he made. Obviously, normally a shortstop, but outfield being his secondary position, and he made a phenomenal play with a catch right over the shoulder on the run, and he got a good read off the bat.
2-1 count here to Garcia. Now a 3-1 to Garcia, but Willie Mays, a Hall of Famer, two-time MVP, over 3,000 career hits, 660 home runs in his historic career of 23 years, mostly with the Giants, a few years with the Mets, and that's a walk to Garcia. But a baseball legend.
And that's a good spot there from Batzer. That's a good miss right there on the low outside corner, and it was a borderline call, so obviously could go either way, but that's a good miss from Batzer and just unable to get that call.
Number 3, James Turner now batting in the 9th spot. 2 outs. Batzer looking for 7 full innings of work. 0-1 count. Last one called a strike to Turner.
Starting to see Holden Phelps, the tall right-hander for power, starting to get loose.
Back pick attempt and caught by a mile. Garcia is out on the back pick by Cortez. And Cortez, with a great heads-up play, sends us to the bottom of the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on for the East LA Dodgers. They're down 10-0 here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Eight, 9, and 1 spots due up. Richie Amavisca, Dalton Thomas, and Michael Gonzalez are the batters listed, but looks like we might have a pinch hitter or 2. And we'll have to wait and see, though. But Amavisca looking for a hit here as he's 0 for 3 on the day. A couple of flyouts and a pop out for his tally. And a big, big man on deck. Standing at 7 feet tall, Brenton Thiels looks like he'll be batting for Dalton Thomas. And what a sight we might be about to see, Jayce. The man from Otis, Louisiana, on deck.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see. Talking to Casey Dill today, and I mean, just trying to get more guys at bats. But hey, he's going the pitcher route, and we've already seen him. We've seen 2 pitchers have an at bat. Kenny Schechter went 1 for 1, but Mosley in his at bat struck out.
First pitch to Amavisca. stays outside, but called a strike.
And this is what makes baseball fun, when you get pitchers who aren't going to bat really ever an at-bat here in a game like this.
0-2 count to Amaviska is what it's called. And Amaviska looking for a hit today. That one's way upstairs. Goes to a 1-2 count to the third baseman, Amaviska. 1-2. Dodgers pitcher. It's actually a 2-1 count. As the ump calls it, Amaviska laces one left side, and that drops fair. Amaviska rounded for second here, and he's got the wheels burning, and he will have a stand-up double. And oh my goodness, Jayce, we're seeing a phenomenal feat here as Brenton Thiels, the 7-foot giant from Otis, Louisiana, the Bulldog himself, up to bat now. And one thing we've got to ask Brenton later is, when was the last time he swung a bat?
I actually know that answer. I talked to him a little bit. He hit it back in high school. Hasn't hit, though, in the college level. But he's a guy who loves to swing the bat, and he said he can hit a little bit.
What a guy to face here in an 0-1 count. Tallest position player in the MLB, listed at 6'8", was Tony Clark. 7-footer, though, would beat out Sean Jelly, Randy Johnson, and Thiels in an 0-2 count as he's swinging for the fences. Let's see what the man can do here. Open stance. Swinging the bat all over the place. The 0-2, Amaviska on second. The 0-2, a swinging strikeout. But what an at-bat for the man known as Brenton Thiels. Giving it his best shot there for the power.
Yeah, that's even though he struck out, that's awesome to see a pitcher bat in a game like this, as we said, and took some big hacks, but just unable to catch up to the fastball.
Michael Gonzalez now up to bat with one out. Chopper left side, fielded on a hop there by Cruz, and Cruz strong arms it to first. Not in time, a hit there for Michael Gonzalez in his power debut.
Yeah, and he just puts the ball in the perfect spot, right in the hole. Shortstop double clutches, and you're not going to get a lot on that throw, and easily getting there was Gonzalez for his first hit as a power.
Derek Houston up to bat now, the Wolverine. Watches the first one outside. And a bit tall. 1-0 to Derek Houston. Derek Houston from Kanab, Utah. The 1-1 to the Wolverine takes a piece of the backstop with it. And a 1-1 count. Utah, new home to an NHL team, the Utah Hockey Club, as the Arizona Coyotes do not stay in Arizona anymore. Move to Utah, and they're just going to be the hockey club for the first year, and we'll see if they stay that, but big loss there for the state of Arizona, and the Coyotes departing. Mullet Arena, also home to the Arizona State Sun Devils hockey teams. It's a 2-1 count.
Yeah, me actually being an ASU student and an Arizona resident, I know a lot of fans and stuff were hurt from it, but obviously part of the city, Tempe, Arizona, Phoenix, Scottsdale, those big cities, they just didn't really want them there, and so they had to go to a new home and just kind of turned your back on the Coyotes, if you would, the state of Arizona.
3-1 count here to Houston. Long pause by the pitcher, and Houston fouls it back. Makes it a full count. And the Stanley Cup playoffs going on right now, as it's the Oilers and the Panthers.
One interesting to note, Power doesn't have a shutout win all season long, and bottom 7 up 10-0. They're 6 outs away from doing that.
Florida leads that series 3-2. Game 6 Friday night. The full count here to Houston. That one hits him square in the shoulders, but he seems all right. That is bases loaded now for the Power. That's Gonzalez on second, Amavisca on third, Houston on first. Now Nick Eli up to bat.
Yeah, Nick Eli getting that bat, but that might be all here for the pitcher, Ray Rivera.
Doesn't look like anyone warming up in the East LA bullpen.
Yeah, you are seeing a bullpen catcher, however, head down there, so it looks like there might be the start of a bullpen movement. But, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's just a mound visit, and they're trying to drain a little time and start getting some warm-up tosses from his new pitcher, whoever that may be.
Looking at the Power bullpen, Holden Phelps from Pitt, the native of Crystal Lake, Illinois, warming up for the Power. So Connor Batzer's day may be done, but we'll wait to see. Nick Eli now digging in with 1 out, bases loaded.
Yeah, one of the College of the Desert players. He hasn't appeared in a Power game since June 12th. Obviously, the PSCL starting up. One of the players on the undefeated Lumberjack squad for the PSCL, and a guy who loves to put the ball in play.
That one's fouled back towards us, and Jayce giving it a good look at, but stays too far out and to our left.
I was ready. I was ready to go on that.
And I was ready to hold you to make sure you don't fall out of the booth, but I like the effort.
Oh,
1-1 count.
Got to lay out on the baseball diamond, even in the stands too. That's why you bring a glove to a ball game.
1-1 count here to Nick Eli. That one's popped foul as well, and well out of our reach. About 10 rows back. Goes to 1-2.
Yeah, Nick Eli, we talked about it. A guy that doesn't strike out a lot, loves to put the ball in play, and really just a good line drive hitter. His best game came back on June 8th. A 3-for-6 ball game, 4 RBIs in that game, 2 doubles as well.
1-2, and Eli watches it straight down the middle for a strikeout and out number 2. Now Alonzo Reyes up to bat with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's just a good spot right there. Right on the corner, a borderline call, and just a good spot there on the corner.
Alonzo Reyes, pinched hit last inning. RBI ground out. 2 outs here. Bases loaded. Hard hit ball. Right center field. That one's going back. Going back in the great play, though, by Pickering in center field for out number 3. And a great running play by Pickering for the 3rd out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on for the Power. They lead it 10-0 after 7 full innings here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $29.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
There's something winning in the agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Holden Phelps now on the mound replacing Connor Batzer, and Connor Batzer has had himself a night. And Jayce, what a night out here, and now Holden Phelps on the mound.
Yeah, Holden Phelps appeared in 3 games. This will be his 4th appearance. He's tossed 7 2/3 innings. He's faced 22 hitters. He's allowed 4 hits on 1 run. He's allowed 3 walks, but 6 strikeouts and a 1.17 ERA in those 3 appearances. And he's a guy that pumps the zone, throws in the lower 90s, has the velocity, and one of the 2 Pittsburgh pitchers on the power roster from the University of Pitt. Obviously, Kyle Mosley, the other right-hander. And how about the final line for Connor Batzer? 7 shutout innings, 1 hit allowed, no runs, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and just a great outing for the birthday boy. And obviously probably our player of the game here tonight.
Well, I'm definitely giving Connor Batzer the player of the game, no doubt. I mean, you turn 20, second decade of life, and you get the player of the game for your birthday gift from us here in the booth. I mean, that's the best we can give him. We didn't know, so we didn't bring a cake, and we don't know what flavor cake he even likes. I know I'm a strawberry cake guy. I don't know about you, Jayce, but James Turner up to bat here to face Holden Phelps. What a great outing on the 20th birthday of Connor Batzer, and the first pitch from Phelps pounded in there for a strike.
Yeah.
0-1 to James Turner.
Yeah, Phelps pretty tall himself, 6'5", and a big frame there on the mound.
Last one fouled back. The Pitt Panther, along with Kyle Mosley, combined height of about 6'3.5" between the two, but Holden Phelps 6'5", 6'6". Kyle Mosley 6'2". Kyle Mosley's from Mansfield, Texas, and Holden Phelps from Crystal Lake, Illinois. 1-2 count. 2 Turner from Holden Phelps. What I want to know is Holden Phelps versus Michael Phelps in a race, who wins?
You definitely got to go with the 23-time gold medalist. I mean, come on.
The Olympic trials are beginning around, getting ready for the Paris Games this summer, as it's a 1-2 count. And from my home state of Texas, there's actually a girl from a high school that is competing as a sophomore in high school, and she's trying to go to the Olympics for track events. 1-2 count from Phelps, bouncing the dirt 2-all now, but she was winning races in the state of Texas by 30-plus seconds all the way up to the state meet, and I think she won the state meet by 10-plus as well.
Yeah, Michael Phelps, best Olympian of all time. I mean, no question about it. At least best swimmer.
2-2 straight back to Phelps, and he'll field it and give it over to Reyes. 4-1-3 put out for the first out, but Michael Phelps right up there with all-time greats, and whatever sport you're talking about, you've got to talk about Michael Phelps as a GOAT.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about 28 medals combined, 23 of those golds I mentioned, and how about this stat? In 2000, the youngest male Olympian since 1932. 8 gold medals in that 2008 Olympic Games. That's also an Olympic record.
Big swing by Gonzalez, down 0-1. And I know one thing I'm looking forward to watching always during the Summer Olympics is the rowing events or anything rowing related. It's always fun to see how well those athletes, how quickly they can move a boat down a body of water. Jayce, I don't know which one's your favorite, but I know there's a lot of great events coming up soon this summer.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have my favorite swimming. I don't have a sort of exact, whether it's the butterfly or whatever, but I just love watching all the guys go out. I do like the medleys, the 4 group swimming groups where, it's not just one guy that's competing for your country. It's, usually about 4, and I love watching that and seeing which swimmers out of the groups are the best.
2-2 to Gonzalez now. Phelps looking for a strikeout here. Baseball might be returned to the Olympics. Few MLB players trying to make that happen. 2-2 straight back up to the middle, and Phelps gives up a hit to Gonzalez as it was straight back up towards Phelps' feet. Luckily got them out of the way, but we might be seeing the game of baseball in the Olympics.
Yeah, and the only problem about that is obviously it's over the summer. It's during Major League Baseball. So obviously if baseball were to come back, obviously Team USA wouldn't have their best players out there because obviously they would be in MLB season. So obviously, it would be a lot of probably former big league players, maybe some minor league players, but it wouldn't obviously be your regular MLB players.
Jake Fuentes now batting for the Dodgers in a 1-0 count. Bryce Harper has come out and said, though, that he would be all right with the season coming to a pause and allowing the best MLB baseball players to go represent their countries, their respective countries, whether it be Curacao or the Netherlands or you name it. But Harper, a proponent for the MLB season coming to a pause.
And I'm all for that, but the only problem about that is it's kind of like the WBC where, you know, you're going to have GMs and owners and managers of your different franchises that, you know, they don't want you to get hurt if there is that 2 to 3 week pause, and that's the only problem with that. But I'm all for that. I hope someday in the near future, within the next, you know, decade or so, that does happen. But obviously that would be, again, very hard to do when it's just during that MLB season, especially really during that All-Star break. But yeah.
Fuentes in a 2-2 count. Phelps delivers outside, a full count now. And obviously, you mentioned injuries being a risk. We saw Edwin Diaz go down in the World Baseball Classic. That was a heartbreaking loss for the New York Mets, and gone all season last year. The full count, a swinging strikeout for Holden Phelps for out number 2. It's something you got to worry about if you're a GM or a player. You'd never want to leave your team high and dry. If you go try to represent a different team and then you can't go back to your home essentially and go play baseball for your respective major league team or even minor league team. Will Crane up to bat now, watches the first one from Phelps inside a 1-0 count.
Yeah, and Phelps, we haven't talked about him much on the mound since he's started this inning, but he's a guy who likes to use his downward movement and just get that extra ticks on his velocity.
Pitch inside, throw down to second base, and the runner Gonzalez called safe on the stolen base. And really just a stat pad there at this point for the Dodgers as they're down 10-0 here in the top of the 8th. The Power, another blowout victory on the way.
Yeah, Power 7-0 in CPCL play so far this season. Obviously, this being a non-CPCL game, but this weekend, Friday, Saturday, the new team joining the CPCL, the San Diego Waves, first time we'll see them this summer, hosting them for a 2-game series here in Palm Springs.
Exciting series coming up with the new CPCL team from down in San Diego. 2-all count to Crane, the left fielder. 2-all. Phelps delivers in a swinging strikeout for out number 3 and strikeout number 2 for Phelps. That sets down the side of the Dodgers. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on. And the Dodgers are down to the Power 10-0 after their turn at bat in the 8th. Here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Two locations with something for everyone. Stuffed Pizza Bar and Grill.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
New pitcher on the mound for the East LA Dodgers. As the Dodgers are down 10-0, going to the bottom of the 8th. As it is.
What?
Kyle Mosley.
We're confused as much as you guys are.
Now pinch hitting for Aiden Perez here in the 8th.
I guess the communication wasn't clear enough. Looks like Dom Hughes will still be batting. He just didn't know. It's Mosley obviously missing that off-speed pitch.
0-1 count to the aforementioned a few moments ago man from Pitt, from Mansfield, Texas, in the greater DFW area in the Lone Star State. 0-2 to the man from Texas.
Yeah, Mosley, this is his second at-bat of the season. He's 0 for 1. He did strike out in that plate appearance.
0-2. Mosley looking to put bat to ball. 0-2 to Mosley from McBride inside 1-2. David McBride, the new pitcher for the Dodgers. Jayce mentioned. Next up for the Power, the San Diego Wave in 2 games. 1-2 to Mosley. Chopper left side, fielded on a snag there by Hernandez. Gets it over to first, but first baseman Rodriguez comes off the bag and Mosley reaches. They're saying it's a hit, as it was a bang-bang play.
Yeah, it did pull him off the bag, but you got to give him an infield single on that. How about the hustle from Kyle Mosley, sprinting down the first base line and as a pitcher showing off his speed.
Now Dom Hughes up to bat. RBI in the first. Singled, came around to score in the third. Walked back in the 5th. Stole a base then popped out in the 6th. Now batting here in the 8th. Watches the first one. So 1 for 3 on the day with the walk. And RBI for the Wildcat. 1-0 count. To the man from Boston, 2-0 now. To the Bostonian. Interested to hear about Dom Hughes' favorite baseball team. Something we haven't gotten to talk to him about, but interesting heritage from being from Massachusetts and going to school in Kansas. It would be very interesting to see where his, I guess, beliefs lie in the MLB world of things. Could go with the Royals, could go with the Red Sox, and a few other Midwest teams. It's now 3-1 to Dom Hughes.
Yeah, Dom Hughes, we mentioned how good he was last year. Trying to, again, this is just his second game, first full game where he's facing live pitching.
Hard hit ball right field, but that one's staying there long enough for the right fielder to make a sliding play. And what a play there by Vasquez for the out.
And the right fielder shaken up immediately. I mean, I think his wrist might have got caught underneath. A weird route. He's kind of on a hunch right now, bending around his waist, but he just gave the manager, for the Dodgers a thumbs up, so he's okay. But yeah, a weird route. He went obviously first step back as an outfielder, you're taught, but he actually took 2 steps back and did not get a good read on that and had to come back in and make that routine fly ball into a diving catch. But either way, you get an out number 1 here in the inning.
Angel Cortez, 1 for 3 on his day with an RBI double back in the 3rd, hit by a pitch in the 1st. 0-0 count. There's a strike to Cortez. On the outer black, 0-1 count to the backstop.
Yeah, Angel Cortez, one of the only starters left here in this lineup. You see Visca, who also started on deck as well.
0-1 goes inside, and they're saying it hit Cortez, and he'll have a hit by pitch for the second time tonight, but I think it just brushed his jersey, so not a painful hit by pitch by any means. Now
Yeah.
Richie Amavisca due up.
Yeah, you'll take that as a hitter. barely getting the jersey there. Get a free 90 and bump up your on-base percentage.
Amaviska on the day, pop out, fly out in a double. And stranded on third in a 1-0 count here. Amaviska really a spark plug defensively for the Power, always making great plays over at third base at the hot corner. The 1-0, big swing and a miss, 1-1 now to the third baseman. You always can count on Amaviska making some kind of highlight level play, whether it's a nice backhanded snag or a nice show off of the arm. The 1-1 to Amaviska stays low and inside, 2-1. We can always count on Amaviska to make some kind of electric play over at the hot corner. Due up next would have been Dalton Thomas, who was replaced by Brenton Thiels, and we'll have to see who bats in that spot. Coming up next is Amaviska's down in a 2-2 count. With one out, runners at first and second for the Power. 10-0 game here in the bottom of the 8th. And the Dodgers down to their last 3 outs, coming to their turn at bat. Amaviska fouls it off.
Yeah, and even though Amaviska just 1 for 4, we've seen 2 of the best swings from him all season within the last couple of bats. Back in the third, we saw that fly ball to center field, but 91 exit velocity off that one. But just a good swing, just getting under that ball, and then obviously the double down the line in his last at bat, and that's encouraging to see.
2-2, a strikeout there for Amaviska as it goes into the glove of the catcher for the second out. And now Eric Arriola up to bat for the Power. Arriola from Lubbock Christian, there in the panhandle of Texas. Even though he's from Southgate, California, 6'1", 210.
Yeah, and Eric Arriola, another one of those PSCL players on the Lumberjacks as well, just like Nick Eli. And he's a guy, he's a doubles machine. He produces doubles. We see him gap to gap, and he's just one of those good hitters in the 3-4 hole that you just love to have.
0-1 count. McBride, leg kick delivers to Arriola inside. Evens it up, 1-1.
But also what he recognizes, what he does well is seeing him back the other day on a game. Runner at third situation, 1 out. Obviously your job in that situation as a hitter is to just get that ball in the outfield, and he put a good swing on a ball and just able to drive in runs, recognizing situations as a hitter where he knows what he's supposed to do, and he comes through a lot in those obviously high leverage situations as a hitter.
Looped the last one. Foul over the netting. 1-2 count to Arriola. 2 outs here. Bottom of the 8th. Power lead 10-0. The 1-2 from McBride. A strikeout looking for Arriola, and that will do it for the Power here in the bottom of the 8th. No runs on a hit. No errors. 2 left on. The Power lead at 10-0, headed to the 9th here on the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Power looking for the shutout victory. Holden Phelps going back out there for his second inning of work. Recorded 2 strikeouts in his first inning of work. Now set to face Pickering, Vasquez, and Rivero, 4, 5, and 6. The heart of the Dodgers order. Pickering 0 for 2 on the day. Vasquez 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Pickering watches the first one for a called strike. Cruz and Rivero 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. So the heart of the order just recording 3 walks. Chopper, foul. Quickly 0-2 count to Pickering. And Jayce, I think it's a consistent vote from all of us up here in the booth. It's Connor Batzer, forward player of the game on his birthday, and great day for the 20-year-old.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you talk about the best outing from a power pitcher all season.
0-2 drop third strike, swinging, and Pickering reaches safely on the drop third strike.
But even more impressive, he's able to go back-to-back outings with 7 strong innings. I mean, last 14 innings, a combined just 3 runs allowed. I mean, just the depth and the consistency that he's shown now within the last 2 starts, that he can go deep in ball games, and you got to love that if you're a manager, if you're Casey Dill.
6 strikeouts for Batzer, and there's a strike looking for Kevin Vasquez facing Holden Phelps. As the Dodgers get an extra out essentially after the drop third strike. 3 outs to go for the Power. Looping foul ball over the netting. 0-1 count to Vasquez. And Bark at the Ballpark coming to a close here on the day before the summer solstice. The 0-2, a swinging strikeout. That time it's handled by Cortez for out number 1.
Yeah, that time I believe it was a little bit in the dirt, but obviously first base being occupied, you obviously don't have to complete that drop third strike. But Phelps so far, 4 strikeouts already, including that drop third strike here, and still just 2 outs to go here in the ballgame.
Declan Rivero now taking off for second base as Pickering. Cortez fires down, and Pickering is called safe with a stolen base.
Yeah, and obviously Eric Arriola is normally a third baseman. Right now playing at second base, probably not used to covering the bag a lot on a stolen base, and got there just a little too late, and Pickering picking up the bag.
The hard part for the Dodgers here is we could have seen this earlier in the game when they had men on base. That's now 3 stolen bases on the night for the Dodgers, but, I mean, when you're not on base, it's hard to steal any bags. A called strike. 1-1 to Rivero now, but could have possibly made a competitive game with these stolen bases earlier in the game.
Yeah, and obviously they're trying to break the shutout for Power, and Phelps trying to go right after these hitters as he does on that pitch, and trying to keep it intact and get Power their 14th win of the year.
1-2 count. Phelps looking for his 4th strikeout. And that's just outside. Being squeezed a little there. Goes to 2-2. Phelps looking to put the Dodgers back against the door. 2-2. Pickering taking off for third now. Strikeout swinging. Cortez fires down. And Pickering is called safe. Must have gone under Amavisca's tag.
What a throw by Angel Cortez. You have a strike 3 swing and a miss right in your face. You throw a dart over there to third. And, I mean, from our angle, obviously we're not there, but, I mean, I thought he was out.
Last out here for the Dodgers, and Phelps gets the man swinging. Looking like he's swinging an oar more than the bat.
Phelps has a chance to have a 4 strikeout inning. Obviously the drop third strike, 2 stolen bases, and that's where Pickering is at third.
Good note there. As Phelps is on 5 Ks and a 1-1 count. 2 outs. and you mentioned could get 4 strikeouts here in the inning after the drop third strike, the 1-1 outside. 2-1. Dodgers down to their last 2 strikes. Phelps looking to set him down here. 2-1, leg kick, fires, delivers, strike 2. 2-2. Dodgers down to their last strike.
Yeah, there's just no stopping this team. Just the deep offense that they have, the great pitching, the defense. This team has it all.
2-2 from Phelps, hard grounder. Pulled foul, sends third base coach of the Dodgers scrambling. Keeps it at 2-2. Next up for the Power, they'll take on the San Diego Wave on Friday and Saturday, both days at 7 p.m. 2-2, 2 outs, runner on third. Phelps delivers the 2-2 chopper. Left side, Amaviska lets it go by him, and that one eats up the man at short, and Pickering scores, and there goes the shutout for the Power.
Yeah, and Power continuing now. We just mentioned they haven't had a shutout W all season long, and you were right there, but a chopper right going through Amaviska and Kashimoto, or pardon me, Gonzalez over there at short.
Last one fouled back over the netting. 0-1 count to Garcia. Rodriguez on first. After the hit. Now a 1-1 count to Garcia. 0-2 with a strikeout and a walk on the day. Phelps works from the first base side, the 1-1. Fouled back behind the dish, and Perez runs out of room as it goes about 5 rows foul. 1-2, Dodgers back again. Down to the last out and last strike.
Yeah, Phelps trying to seal the deal here for Power with the 10-1 lead.
1-2. Phelps fires away, another one fouled off. Keeps it at 1-2. 2 outs. Phelps having to work hard here for these 3 outs here in the 9th.
Yeah, you mentioned the drop third strike to start the inning, couple stolen bases, later scored, and Phelps has done his job.
The 1-2, a looper, foul. That was one of the best swings, I mean not best swings, but best batted balls we've seen from the Dodgers really all night long. That one, not that well struck, and that tells you what type of night it's been for the Dodgers.
Yeah, and that, you got to tip your cap to the Power pitching as far as dotting the corners all game.
Slow roller to Amaviska. He'll double pump, fire it to first for the 3rd out, and that will do it for the game. The Power take it 10-1 over the Dodgers. And a great start on the mound by Connor Batzer, who will get the player of the game. He went 7 full innings, recorded 6 strikeouts on his 20th birthday. And that will do it from all of us here at the Power Baseball Broadcasting Network. Cole Paveglio and Jayce Cicinelli been with you tonight. And Jayce, what a night here for the Power. Just 1 run given up. Could have been a shutout, but they'll continue searching for that. And a great night for Connor Batzer. And we wish him a happy birthday from all of us up here in the booth. Cole Paveglio, Jayce Cicinelli, and Adam Oppenheim, RPA. Until next time, the final 10-1 for the Power over the East LA Dodgers. That will do it from all of us here. The Power Baseball Broadcasting Network.